July 18th, Money in the Bank Fort Worth, Texas. Be there for Riddle, RK Bro to win the Money in the Bank contract.
And I'm delighted to be joined by a returning guest, actually. It's been a while, though. Haven't spoken, I believe, I want to say about a year, and in the flesh, it was Download. So it's been a while, man. You've done a lot since then. Riddle, how are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you, man? It's been too long. I mean, dang. I got to get back over there. It's been too long since I've been in the UK. Download Fest was awesome. And yeah, just got to get back. Good times.
But things have been going pretty well for you lately, I would say, Riddle. You're doing pretty well. In the Money in the Bank, which of course is a week Sunday. And you've been partnering up with a good brother. I think we can call him that, Randy Orton, RK Bro. The first thing I want to get into before we get to where you are now, I would say a landmark moment for you, of course, was the United States title win, right? Chamber. I know a lot of things happened last minute. Keith Lee meant to be in it, then wasn't in it. So was this something that came with you kind of very suddenly, and you're like, oh, okay, here we go, and that's kind of your WrestleMania destination after that?
Yep. I'll be honest. WWE is a kind of place where you be ready at all times. You never know what's going to happen. You might be the guy mopping the floor 1 minute, and then you might be United States champion the next. So, and that's the other thing too. Just be ready to get that ball and run with it if they give it to you. And that's honestly what happened. Opportunity was there, and I struck. Honestly, if Keith was in the match, I don't know if I could have beat Keith and Bobby. They're two huge men. I can barely pick up either one of them, and they both hit extremely hard. So not that Morrison is not talented. He's one of the greatest wrestlers in the world today, if you ask me.
Me too.
But I think stylistically that worked out in my favor. Plus, I did bash Bobby with a crutch a bunch until he fell out of the ring, and then I beat John Morrison. So, that'll happen. I don't know if that would have happened if Keith was there, so you never know. But like I said, I seized the opportunity, had a pretty decent run, it was pretty sick. Got to defend the title at WrestleMania. Well, got to try to defend the title at WrestleMania. Unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of a huge brogue kick. WrestleMania. I was like, yo, let me do this backflip. It'll be super cool. Maybe I'll win with it. Wrong, man. I thought my jaw was rearranged. I remember my face was just swollen. And then I'm dumb. The next day, Bobby's there, and I'm like, hey, Bobby, you want to wrestle? And I didn't think about it because I was like, he wrestled at WrestleMania, but he wrestled Saturday, not Sunday. I wrestled Sunday. Yeah, he got me. He got me good. So, but that was the end, basically, of my United States Championship run. And, I'll be honest, I was a little in the dumps after that. Didn't know. WrestleMania over, I felt like I peaked. But then Randy happened.
Well, you couldn't say it more perfectly than that. Randy happened. We've heard reports as well that Randy was the guy that wanted it. Like, he obviously saw something in a good brother like yourself, which is very cool in and of itself, right? That he wants to work with you and he wants to do something, and the results have been great.
Yes, Randy is amazing. He's awesome. I love that guy. I love that man of mine, Randy Orton. Dude, he's awesome. It happened. I mentioned it probably around WrestleMania time. I was like, hey, how cool would it be if me and Randy partnered up, tagged up, and we were RK Bro? And everybody kind of laughed at it. And then a couple of weeks, like after the beatings from Sheamus and Bobby Lashley, I didn't know where I was going to be. And then I heard I was wrestling the Viper, and I was like, oh, man. And they're like, yeah, you're probably going to get in a feud with him and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, like right away. All right, that's awesome. And then we wrestled, and I earned the Viper's respect. And he was like, hey, this RK Bro that you mentioned actually sounds pretty cool. And then I was like,
yeah, jaw drop.
No, because, nobody else said it was cool. The only person that really thought it was cool was Randy and me. And I was like, no way. And then we pitched it. I don't think it was supposed to have legs. I don't think it was supposed to last that long. But kind of like me and Pete Dunne with the Broserweights, people saw our chemistry together. They saw the backstage segments. They both know we can go in the ring for days. And here we are. T-shirts, hoodies, mugs, backpacks, merch for days, bro. We got multiple shirts. It's insane. I can't even keep up. I keep getting tagged. People are like, hey, check out this. I'm like, do we make that? They're like, yeah, WWE shop. I'm like, I didn't even know we had that. Guys, you got to get me this stuff too, bro. And it took off. It took off. Vince loves it. Bruce loves it. Everybody in the office loves it. The boys love it. They love it so much they're starting to hate it. That's how much everybody loves it. So yeah, man, RK bro, Randy, me, the original bro, Riddle and Randy. It was a team nobody knew they wanted, but now they need it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Riddle, listen, you know this. I'm a proud Englishman talking to you here. So here's the most important question I could possibly ask you today.
It's coming home.
Broserweights or RK Bro? Come on, man. This is a tough question. I mean, it is coming home. You're right. But
well, I thought I figured that was the most important question in England. Right?
Sure.
It's
yeah,
coming home.
Right. You'd be right.
But yeah. Broserweights or RK Bro? There's a spot in my heart for Pete, Stallion Pete, that'll never go away.
What a stable it would be.
I had a dream that me, Randy Orton, Stallion Pete, and Damian Priest were a faction in WWE. And we just dominated. We were like the new Evolution, but we had a cooler name than Evolution. No disrespect, but like Brevolution, like Brovolution. I don't know. But yeah, Pete, I'll be honest. There's one thing I love. Pete. I'm gonna have to go with RK Bro. It's Randy. It's Randy. I can't. It's
Don't
Randy.
piss off Randy. Come on now.
He's the love of my life. It's Randy. But Pete, Stallion Pete, I want it. I want it to happen again one day. I want the Bruiserweights to reunite, because I also know we were supposed to defend the titles WrestleMania weekend last year at NXT Takeover, but the pandemic and all that. And Stallion Pete had gear made for me.
Wow.
Gear covered in fur, like his gear. Broserweight gear, but in my cut and style, but with the fur on the trunks. And you know how he works and he does his thing. Yeah, I had it. I still haven't got that gear. I paid for it. I'm pretty sure Pete has it. I don't think he's ever gonna wear it, but honestly, I really want the gear one. And I really want to wear it in a match that makes sense too.
Yeah.
So I was like I said, Randy, first and foremost, right now, he's my main squeeze, but there's a spot in my heart for Pete. I'll always love Pete. And if I ever find Pete on that main roster, I'm going to make it happen.
Bringing him in.
I'm going to make it happen.
What a stable that is, by the way.
Yeah. Right? Could you imagine? I mean, I've been trying to plant this seed everywhere.
Yeah.
But dude, we're so cool. Randy's so cool. And he's like the cool silent type. You got Priest. He's the cool partying type. You got Pete Dunne, who's he's Pete Dunne. I mean, he's cool, but he's Stallion Pete cool. You know what I'm saying? He's cooler than the other side of the pillow cool. And then you got me, and, I'm just a normal bro. I'm just Riddle, But I feel like I feel like I'm the glue that sticks all those pieces together.
Listen, I'd love to see it. I would love to see it. Speaking of things, obviously this is TalkSport. We cover a range of things, Riddle, and you're a multi-talented man. Now, this weekend, Conor McGregor's in action.
The trilogy, bro.
The trilogy. I was thinking about this. Your UFC careers, literally, they just nearly overlapped. Like, I think he had his first UFC fight like 2 months after your last. So it's a shame, man. We didn't get you in the same era. But talk to me. What do you think?
Hey, I'll be honest, when you got two stars as big as me and Conor, you can't have us in the same era. You know what I'm saying? No. Yeah, honestly, Conor's such a stallion. He's a performer in the ring, out of the ring. He makes people talk. That's the one thing I try to tell people about fighting and wrestling, all that. You could be one of the best fighters. You could be one of the best wrestlers. If you don't get people to talk about your fights or you fighting or you wrestling, you're not valuable. If you can't sell tickets, you're not valuable. That's one thing I learned the hard way in the UFC. I got fired, and I got fired for other circumstances. But I guarantee if I brought more money to the company, they want to let me go, right? I know that. I need to become more valuable. And sometimes you got to talk trash. Sometimes you got to get crazy. Sometimes you got to take another man's title off their shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And Conor, when he's fired up, when he's guns a-blazing, the guy is a money-making machine for any promotion in the world. And you can't teach that. You can't write that down. You can't do anything. He has that. You know, I think the fight's going to be amazing. I think Conor's learned from his mistakes last time. The only thing I'm worried about is, are we going to get the same Conor as last time that didn't have the same intensity, demeanor as previous Conors before? You know, and I know he has a family and this, that, and the other thing, and some life slows you down a little. But I think if you watch the weigh-ins and you watch the press conference before this fight, that will be a good indicator of what Conor we're getting for this fight. And if he comes out all crazy, ready to go in his stance, like amped, I think he's going to win hands down easy. I think if he comes out and he does what he did last time, and I get it, he's being respectful, you know, he's doing the right thing. Right thing didn't get you to the top. Being you, being that savage, that's what got you the fans. That's what got you to the top. He got you so far that every other dude in the fight game tried to imitate you, and they were horrible at it. That's how good you are at that. Don't try to be something you're not. Don't try to be nicer just because it's the right thing to do. Be Conor McGregor. We'll always follow you and support you, bro. Be Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself, my man. I was there at Fight Island for their last fight, and it was like, oh, you know, but it's the same thing. Like after the fight, it's like, is the hunger there?
I think also the last fight, Conor went into boxing. He's been training a lot with his hands. I think he just neglected his legs, you know, wasn't conditioning them, wasn't kicking with them as much and all that. And that plays a part, you know, and he's very athletic and stuff. So he's probably, I can always throw the kicks. I'm working on my hand speed and where I get most of my knockouts from. I understand. Just like, you know, how Dustin's jiu-jitsu is good. So he probably worked a lot on his takedown defense and submissions as well. I think after the last fight, he's like, I got to protect myself. Like, there's certain parts of my body, even though I'm tough, there's some things I can't do. So hopefully he learned from that. Conor, people don't want to give credit where credit's due. He's a smart guy. He wouldn't be, he is where he is because he's smart. So I think he's going to make some changes. He learned the defenses. He knows what he's doing. And this is going to be a different fight. You know, regardless, win, lose, or draw, it's going to be a different fight.
A few more from me before I know we have to wrap up here. One thing I did want to touch on is at the back end of last year, we saw all of these reports online. Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle don't like each other. And it was like, maybe Seth doesn't want to work with him. And obviously he took the early bow out at the Survivor Series. Speculation ran rampant, right? But then at the Royal Rumble, you did work together, and it was actually pretty cool. That the whole spot. Well, I say cool. He eliminated you, so I don't want to say that's cool. But
cool
you know,
enough.
Cool, but you know what I'm saying. You did work together. So have things smoothed over, if that's even right.
You know, things should have never been rough. I'll be honest. I've met Seth multiple times, and he's met me. I don't think we would ever be best friends. I don't think we like one another. We're just two different people. We both love wrestling. I know my significant other said something about Becky that they didn't like, and I also did not agree with. And I think Seth didn't like me after that. I don't think Becky liked me either, or my wife, which is understandable. You know, I think it is what it is. But after Survivor Series, I tried to talk to Seth beforehand, but he kind of avoided me. And he did bow out early. I don't know if he did that because he didn't want to work with me or whatever, because, I mean, there was 3 other guys in the match. Or, you know, he could have wrestled. He was in there with Sheamus. Like, he could have done a spot. So, but after Survivor Series, because he was there, I got to talk to him. I go, hey. And a camera came up to us to film it. And I was like, no, don't come over here. You don't film this between me and him. And we talked. And I told him, hey. And this is exactly what I said. I go, hey, man, whatever was said, I don't agree with it. I think that was bull crap. It's not cool. All right. So I just want you to know I apologize, and I apologize on her behalf as well. All right. And on top of that, I think you're a great performer. And if you would ever have it in your heart to work with me, I would love that. And I know you're taking some time off because Becky's pregnant and about to have a kid. I just want to wish you luck. Congratulations. I want you to enjoy your time with your beautiful girlfriend or wife. I wasn't sure. Beautiful. Now it's wife. I think, right? A beautiful girlfriend at the time. I want you to enjoy your beautiful girlfriend and your beautiful child. And he literally looked at me and goes, holy beep. I didn't expect that. Honestly, everything I hear from people and what I expect, that was really cool. Thank you. And that's where we ended it. And I said, thank you for listening and giving me the time, bro. And I hope we're good now. Listen. And I'll say this, we're good enough to work together. I don't think we're friends. I'll tell you this, that last curb stomp he gave me at Royal Rumble, we're not friends. If I get in the ring with him, he's gonna get it. So
listen,
put that online. If we get back in the ring, I'm gonna pay him back with the curb stomp.
Sure, I'll put it out there. Listen, that's all I needed. A world where Riddle and Seth Rollins could wrestle. That's fine.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. And I look at it like this. I'm setting myself up for greatness. You know, Goldberg hates me, cool. Brock hates me, cool. Seth hates me, cool. Whatever, man. I'm gonna keep getting valuable. Randy likes me, so it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter, man. I'm gonna probably keep rubbing people the wrong way, but at the end of the day, I am easy to work with. I'm nice, and they all know it. So
once they get to know you, it's a different thing, right?
And that's it. People either love me or hate me. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You're still going to end up working with me.
Speaking, you just mentioned Brock there. One thing I do want to mention, I know that he's been away. So it's,
I hear a rumor he's coming back. I swear to Randy, if he shows up at Money in the Bank and tries to take that briefcase, I don't care what's called. It's not happening. I'll break the ladder. He's not getting up there.
It's a shoot.
He's not doing it again. I don't care if he breaks me in half. I'll let somebody else win. You're not doing it. You're not doing that again, bro. You're not doing it again.
It's funny though.
He's probably not going to watch this, but if you do watch it, you're not doing it again. You're not doing it again. What up, dude?
What's up?
Yeah, bring it in.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
A little wet.
What up? MSK, what happened to the champ?
I love MSK. I spoke to those guys the other week. Great guys.
Dude, I'm never at the PC, so when I'm here, I get to run into everybody. It's awesome.
Tremendous. The final one from me then would be around the name change, right? Like, I remember that being a thing at the time. Like, why has he got to drop Matt? And you'd been in the news, and I'm not going to go into the whole allegation thing.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. WWE supported you though, right? And you seem to have come out strong. Yeah. So talk to me about the name change and your thoughts when it happened. Because you've said, right, that people call you Riddle anyway, so you didn't really care.
Do you know how many Matts and Matthews live on planet Earth? You know how many Riddles there are? We're a rare breed, bro. So yeah, I've been called Riddle since high school, since college, since the UFC, since even here, people, hey, Riddle, get over here. It's always been Riddle, you know? I see, this is where the fans come in. I work for a billion-dollar corporation that pays me handsomely. I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. This is what I worked my entire life to get to. So everybody at home that thinks, oh, they're taking his name. Oh, they're making him do this. No, they can't make me do anything. They can't. Try. You can't make me do anything. I do what I want when I want. I say what I want when I want. You know, you could probably pay me enough to persuade me enough to maybe do something you would prefer me doing. But there's no way you can control me. The second you say I'm going to control you, the second you're not gonna. Ask Dana White. Ask anybody. You can't. No. I do what I want when I want. So I forgot the question. I got all worked up.
I guess it was the reasoning behind it is what I was looking for.
Oh, the reason behind it, they changed it because Vince likes one names. It's the easier, and honestly, I think a lot of people forget we cater to a world market. We don't cater just to America, or just to Canada, or just to England, or just to one country. We cater to the world. It's easier for kids, adults alike around the world to remember one name. It's easy to remember Riddle. When you have to remember Matt Riddle or Matthew Riddle, original bro, stallion this, stallion that. Let's keep it simple. I'm Riddle. I don't mind. I like my last name. I love my last name. It's Riddle. It's one of the most unique things about it. You know, Matthew, honestly, I never liked my first name. Not saying I wanted it gone, but Matthew could care less. And everybody already calls me Riddle or bro. So it doesn't matter. So when that all happened, it was more so like, man, you guys just get worked up about anything, huh? Like people just want to complain. And I'm telling you this, if I didn't want my name changed, I would have put my foot down and be like, we got a problem. Hey, am I wearing shoes? No. And trust me, they wanted me to. I was like, I don't work here then. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. There's place I can go somewhere if you want me to. I don't want to. I want to work here. But if you don't let me be Riddle or never, whatever, then it's going to be a problem. And the thing is, you pick your battles. Riddle, I'm not trying to die on that hill.
Yeah.
You know, I was willing to die on the shoe thing. I don't want to wear shoes to work. I worked so hard in my life to be the bro and to be this dude and wear flip-flops to work every day. And I'm still the only guy here that can do that. So, hey, it's part of my gimmick. Yeah, it's a win. I'm winning. I get to travel in suits and flip-flops and whatever else. And I basically, WWE respects me and my lifestyle and everything else. And I don't know what to say. I'm living my best life. So,
well, I think that's a great segue into me closing this interview because you are living your best life. Okay, bro, we're going great. Money in the Bank. You're coming in with some of the most momentum.
July 18th, Money in the Bank, Fort Worth, Texas. Be there for Riddle, RK Bro to win the Money in the Bank contract.